DJ Tasi.
Salute the DJ.
I'm your host, Christina, and thank you for tuning in today. We are in studio live at KSFS studio with DJ Tasi. What's up? What's happening?
What's up? What's up with it? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm so happy you're here in studio today.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm glad to be here, for real.
The Bay is in the Bay.
Yeah, the Bay is in the area.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So I'm like just juice. I want to get going.
Mm-hmm.
You just came out with a new mixtape hosted by Mr. Fab. Talk about that.
Yeah, this is your copy, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
I brought a few. If anybody's listening and they come down to
Yes.
the radio station, I brought a few of the mixtapes. It's called The Bay is in the Area 2.
Yes.
For two reasons, I call it that, because this is the second South by Southwest edition that I did of this mixtape. And then, so I kind of like wanted to title it, number 2, but then we're also here in South by Southwest in Austin,
so it's a
Texas.
little play on words right there.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to be clever with it, So it's The Bay is in the Area 2, hosted by my homie Mr. Fab. Dope era in the building. You feel me?
Yes. So how did that even come about?
Well, I've known Fab forever.
Yeah.
For
just
one.
being from the Bay, period.
Yeah. And we started these things called Music Mondays at the Dope Era store.
Okay.
And Music Mondays is a platform for artists to come in and to present their music to us. Fab's always at the store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. I have all my DJ buddies. So we started, showcasing artists and their music, and they were performing at the store when we had the store in North Oakland on 45th and Market. And then we moved the Music Mondays to 1764 Broadway in Oakland when we got the bigger store. Mm-hmm. So what I did is I was like, you know what? A lot of these artists that I'm working with are dope. You know what I'm saying? And I want to put a mixtape together. So I told Fab, I was like, look, last year, I was like, I'm going to South by Southwest. Mm-hmm. I've went before, but I've never put a mixtape out when I've went to South by Southwest.
Which is a big event in and of itself.
Yes. Yeah.
Huge.
It's the largest music conference in the United States, I think, that happens annually. So when I told Fab I wanted to do that, I was like, yo, I want you to host it, and I'm going to press up the mixtape. I'm going to go to South by Southwest. I'm going to hand out every single CD. I press up every single flyer to everybody. Mind you, there's millions of people, like millions walking the street.
Legends, big names out there too.
Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? The first person this year, person that I ran into when I landed, Southwest Airlines, shout out to them. Psych. They lost my luggage.
No.
Yes.
They just won an award for being a great airline. But they lost mine too in the past. So, hey, y'all got to make up for that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to tell you, as we get more into the Southwest story, I'm going to tell you some great stuff that happened there. It's really funny. But they lost my luggage. I was waiting around the airport, and I see Funk Master Flex walking through the airport. So I had to run up on him. And he was the first person I gave the mixtape to, because I had some in my backpack that I brought on the plane. And I was like, yo, bro, I don't know if you know, but I am like a huge fan of yours, and you are the reason why I make mixtapes. So here's my mixtape. Uh-huh. So he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to check it out. And I was like, you don't have to lie to me. It's cool. It's
but
good.
I know I did my job, and I gave it to you.
Feel me? So it's good. At least I tried.
Right.
Yeah. But so we pressed up the mixtapes, went out there. Last year we got a great response. So we did it again this year. Yeah. The Bay is in the Area 2.
There we go. And let's just go on a quick break real quick and throw on one of the songs from the mixtape. I'm going to let you choose. Which one do you want to have?
Well, let's go with my sis, Outrageous Karina. She has a song called Good at This. It was playing all over 106. It's a radio station out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. She was getting lots of love. So it's called Good at This, Outrageous Karina.
Okay.
Let's go.
Now you heard it here. For those of you just tuning in, I'm your host, Christina, and you're listening to Hump Day Happy Hour. In studio today, I have DJ Tasi in here. What's up?
Hump Day!
So if you just tuned in, we are talking about his latest mixtape. The Bay is in the Area 2.
That's right.
And we just recapped a little bit of the South by Southwest experience, but what does it mean to have somebody hosting a mixtape, and what is a mixtape to you? Because I know that I myself always get different answers from different people. So what's it mean to you?
Okay. So a mixtape. my girlfriend Dominique and I, we were talking about this yesterday. So I do mixes. To me, a mix, and maybe other DJs have a different definition,
Right.
but to me, a mix is a collection of music that you might hear on the radio or you might already know, you're familiar with, but you're just blending these songs together and you're just putting your own little like kind of twist on how you play the records, spin the records, go into different transitions of the records. Now, to me, a mixtape is a collection of different music. It could be R&B, hip hop. Let's see. I have some Latin music on here. It's a real different mix with different artists, all different artists. And a lot of the music on a mixtape is usually music that a DJ is premiering first. So this like myself personally, a lot of these songs right here, these are songs on this mixtape that haven't been on the radio, that haven't been on another mixtape, that haven't, the artist might have put them out, they might have dropped them, but this is something that I'm premiering.
And like pushing it out.
Yeah. So I kind of treat these songs like they're my songs.
Yeah.
So, when I talk to people like, yo, you should check out this song on here, it's dope. So when they check out that song, then they just kind of listen to the whole thing and then they're getting familiar with all the music on there.
Yeah.
And so when somebody hosts it, like Mr. Fab hosted this one. Shout out to homie Mr. Fab, dope air in the building. You feel me? When an artist hosts it, he's putting his touch vocally on it. So when this mixtape opens up, you hear Fab talking, and he's saying, welcome. You're listening to the Bays in the area. Shout out to everybody in South by Southwest. We're here. Da 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 da. So he's basically kind of like your master of ceremony for the entire project.
That's awesome.
So every few songs, you're going to hear Fab come in and talk, and he's going to shout out what he's doing, what he has going on. He'll shout out a few of the artists that are premiering their music on the mixtape. So that's kind of someone hosting.
It's kind of like a podcast in like a single thing, hey, I'm going to talk to you about this. I'm going to give my input on it. Yeah. And just keep it moving. So you're not, it's like a conversation almost.
Yes. It is.
I think it's so cool, and I'm so excited to like listen to the whole complete mixtape.
And shout out Fab, because I've worked with a lot of artists who've hosted different mixtapes that I've had, and he's the one, and of course because it's Fab, he has the most personality. Yeah. So his personality just shines through so much on this project. So that's what I love, and I think. Last year I had Fab host it, and this year I had Fab host it. So I was kind of like, you know what? Let's just keep this where Fab hosts it because it's entertaining. It gets going. And no diss to, any other artist, but they're a little dry when they host mixtapes, because I'll holler at an artist like, yo, I want you to host my mixtape. Here's the drop script. Yeah. And then they get on the mic and they'll read the drop script
instead of like personalize it. And like, it's just the outline, homie. You can say whatever you want. I'm just
Christina.
telling you the deets.
Thank you. See, maybe you should host a mixtape.
There we go. Just kidding. Yeah.
No, but I give certain artists the drops, and they're just like, yo, this is so and so, and you're in the mix with DJ Tasi and the Bays in the area. And it's like, bro, come on, spice it up a little bit.
Because we're from the Bay. The Bay is where it's at. You feel me?
You feel me?
Yeah. This is exciting all in general. And like, what is one thing that came out of this that you weren't necessarily expecting, or in general when you created the mixtape this year or last year?
Let's see. You know what? I personally, and I'll be honest, when I first did the mixtape last year, I was very shocked on how many artists wanted to support this and work with me. And they were really serious about pushing the line and pushing the issue. And I started seeing, honestly, my value within the Bay Area. Because, sometimes like we do things and we don't realize that we're always moving forward. We're always working on our craft. We're always doing stuff.
Especially in this industry, we're also like creative and passionate about it. We want to like do it for ourselves, but there's always that little bit, like human nature wants to be like, okay, other people value and appreciate
this. Because personally, I'll be real, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I just feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a DJ, and I have tunnel vision. And then when I start, when I posted it and I started seeing the response, I was like, wow, people really rock with me. This is dope. So it kind of opened my eyes that, maybe I am somebody of importance in the Bay Area. And, we don't realize that, because I'm too focused. And I'm not really worried about trying to be this dope DJ and everybody know me. I don't want to be famous. I just want to live my life and do what I love doing.
You're KSFS famous, okay?
Okay,
we
that's
love
dope.
you here.
That's dope. I was trying to find I just found, oh my God. I just found it. There it is.
For those of you that are wondering what he just found, he came in the studio and it's all tagged up in here. Everybody leaves their signature. Everybody leaves their piece. And he's like, I can't find mine.
Wow.
All of a sudden, boom.
Maybe I did that because
maybe
I knew,
subconsciously.
Yeah,
That's
subconsciously I was like,
mind.
when I'm here next time, I'm going to look right there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see it. Because I swear, I've been looking, since I walked in here, I've been looking.
It's been like 25 minutes.
Yeah, for real.
Wow.
And I've been looking all over. And then I was just about to mention it, and boom, there it is.
There it is.
That's dope.
On that note, let's throw in another track. What is it? This is your show today.
Let's see. Let's do JMC Godson.
Okay. You heard it here. JMC Godson, DJ Tasi on the mixtape, hosted by Mr. Fab.
Hey, y'all mama making some security in here. I'm important.
You are listening to Hump Day Happy Hour. I'm in the studio today with the one, the only DJ Tasi.
Oh my, you know what's so crazy that you say that? That's actually what I want to change my entire, what is it, like the formal introduction? Because my name in Samoan means number one.
Really?
So that's funny. I've been like debating that for the past month.
Here we are just manifesting everything. Okay,
Right.
Happened here first, y'all. KSFS.
It did. Oh my, this is crazy. I'm kind of tripping.
First the name,
Right.
now this.
Right.
Both names.
Yes.
That's a sign right there. I'm
That
not religious,
is.
but I believe in like things happen for a reason. And
Yeah.
there you go. I hope that answered your question.
There
you
go.
heard.
Right. Ooh, I'm rocking with that one.
So I'm super excited, as I mentioned earlier, and I have a couple questions. So I'm not a producer. I'm just a radio host. But what goes into like deciding what track makes it, what doesn't, the order? What do you like? Do you conceptualize it first, or how many times do you have to redo it?
Well, first you are a producer because you're producing a
thank
great show
you.
right now. So
Thank you.
you're producing this. You're working the boards. You're playing the music. That's all.
We're trying.
Producing something. So good for
Yes,
you.
thank
Congratulations. So as far as like the mixtapes and what I do, it's a cool process. I get all the songs and I listen to them straightforward.
Yeah.
And then I vibe off each one. And then I do a live mix of all the songs, and I just like a freestyle. So there's 26 songs on here. I'll get all 26 and I'll record a mix of me just scratching it and working it and seeing what works. I'll listen to it. I'll change a couple things, and then I'll go back and I'll do a final full mix of everything. So basically, the format is created off my vibe, but I have a way that I do it. When the mixtapes start off, I always want to grab people's attention. So most of my mixtapes are Bay Area based, so I get the songs that give me hyphy, that give me turn. You feel me? So once those songs those first two or three, they move me. I'm like, yo, that's
They
it.
captivate you.
Yeah.
They get you in. They hook you.
This is what people are going to put this in their car players, or they're going to stream it online, and they're out the gate. They're going to be turned. Actually, the first person who told me that was Big Reed. He listened.
My goodness.
Yeah, he listened to this. Shout out Big Reed. He listened to this and was like, bro, the first 7 minutes got me going crazy right now. And
I
was
can
like,
imagine him
boom.
saying that too.
Right. So I was like, all right, cool. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then after that, I always try to throw, there's actually the next song that I want to play once we get there. It's from an artist called Breathless. And she has a song called Black Girl Magic. And, I like to put songs that have messages and mix them in between songs that, get you turned. So that way people are paying attention, because I don't want them to tune out. Because sometimes you can get too turned, and then for 10 minutes you're turned, and you're like, all right, I'm getting tired. You know what I'm saying?
You need
and then,
to come down.
yeah, you
calm
need to
down.
just
You
chill
gotta
out. So
chill.
I throw something in there to chill you out.
Yeah. I love it. I wish I've always had a passion for music. Obviously, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I think one of my next goals is really to maybe do a mixtape myself.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Come on.
We'll see how that goes. You just inspired me. It's happening.
There you go. You know what?
So-
I'm glad, because I started noticing there is a lack of mixtapes circulating the Bay.
For sure.
There used to be a lot of DJs who were putting out mixtapes and, mixtapes and compilations. And I think that's important, because it's just another platform for independent and local artists to get their music heard. Yeah. And if you create a mixtape or a compilation and you're promoting it and you're playing it, that's just more exposure for the artist.
For sure.
So it's all, this is a community. how we, the music industry and what we're doing here. So we might as well work together and build a strong community and support one another.
Yeah. And what I think is really cool about this is like a human is creating these mixtapes. It's not just a generated algorithm,
right.
which, is cool and all. And that's where our future is headed. But we always need that human touch.
Yeah.
We need that, like, this is what I like. This is what I vibe off of. Actually, yesterday, I just followed an Instagram account that is literally a curated playlist of new music. He is like, hey, do this, here, do that. And once I figure it out, I'm going to shout them out.
Yeah. You know what's funny you say that? I was watching Drink Champs and DJ Jazzy Jeff was on there. And he said something that really stuck out on that podcast. He said, you as a DJ have to make sure that you go into that club and you do everything in your power. You pull out every trick that you can perform and DJ and spin and whatever you can, do to show off your skills, to show people and the club that there's not a mixtape or a generated playlist that can do what you do.
Right.
You're tapping into people's emotions. And when he said that,
preach.
Right.
Yes.
When he said that, I was like, it hit so hard because if you know me and you know when I DJ, I leave it all on the turntables. Like everything I have, like everything I got, all my energy that I have for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week is left, trying to perform for people. And the way I look at it is when I'm performing and when I'm DJing, I'm not focused on, getting this big crowd to everybody go crazy and turn up. I'm really focused on one person in the crowd who's looking at me, who's looking back at me DJing and probably not even moving. And he's just watching my hands, or he or she is watching my hands, and they're just watching what I'm doing. And they're just so captivated by, me, all the years that I've spent practicing, because I don't want to just say I sit at home and practice all day just for me to blend records.
Right.
I want to show off my talent.
And it's definitely a talent. Like, I could not go up on, we have some tables right here. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, it definitely comes from heart, passion, like you have to cultivate it and like create it and just like really feel what you want to put out. And to hear that you love the feeling of like, it doesn't matter who hears it, but as long as one person does and recognizes it, and that's what makes it passionate for you. And that's just awesome to hear.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want to throw on, you said Black Girl Magic, right? Is the next one you wanted to hear?
Yeah, shout out to the homegirl Breathless. This is Black Girl Magic. She's actually a good friend of mine. She works over at Rat Bay. Big shout out to ratbay.com if you need any official Mac Dre merchandise or any, Mac Dre vinyl or any other products they have, go to ratbay.com. You also get a free mixtape when you buy anything off that website.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Right now, Black Girl Magic with Breathless.
Sure.
Fun. We are having a great time, okay? And Tasi, tell us a little bit more about your South by Southwest experience.
Okay. So I've been dying to talk about this with you because it's a funny story. Everything leading up to producing this mixtape was a pretty dope experience because literally the day before I left for South by Southwest for a week, I got everything I needed for the CDs, the covers, the CDs, the packaging. My girlfriend and her cousin and my daughter, they all helped put everything in here before I left, packed it up, and like I said, when I got to South by Southwest, as soon as I landed, Southwest Airlines lost my luggage. So they didn't lose the luggage with these in there. So they just lost my clothes. So I was like, you know what? I can, as long as I have this, I'll buy some Walmart sweats.
Right.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's cool. I'm not tripping off the clothes. But they're like, it'll be here in a few hours. So we had to wait at the airport. And once I got my stuff, it was on and popping. Yeah. So we went to the hotel, checked in, and went downtown to, enjoy the festivities.
It's in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 6th Street specifically in Austin. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know, 6th Street is lit. It's not just Austin, Texas. I mean, not just South by Southwest. Every weekend.
I hear, and I don't know because I've never been there, but people say South by Southwest, that area. So I guess 6th Street is very similar to the vibe of San Francisco. Yeah. It is?
Yeah.
Wow.
It really is. No, and not just, you forget you're in Texas. Because
I know.
Everybody seemed very hippie-ish, like how out here, like everybody's just socially acceptable.
Street.
Yeah, right. Everything's socially acceptable. You can wear what you want, do what you want, be who you want to be.
Wear Walmart sweats.
Right. And And if you know me, you know I wear Walmart sweats with the stickers on it. Right, babe? So as soon as we got downtown, we hopped out the Uber. I had my phone in my hand. Mm-hmm. I hiked up my backpack right when I walked out. Right when I got out the car. Uh-huh. Hiked up my backpack. My phone fell on the ground on the street, and I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, okay, just fell in the street." And then as I was walking towards it, it just started sliding.
No.
And then it just fell, and
Where?
it fell into the gutter.
No.
Yes. Like the odds, like only things like that happen to me. I'll be real.
Like within
literally.
hours of you losing luggage, getting the luggage, meeting a guy. Like,
Yeah.
oh my Lord.
Yeah. So, and then when it fell, I was like, yo, where'd my phone go? Because I'm on the sidewalk, but it fell on the street.
Right. So it's
I'm
a little
like,
bit of a ledge.
Where did it go? And I look and I was like, oh, that's a gutter. And all these guys, like maybe like 15, 20 dudes ran over. And they're like, oh my God, bro, why didn't you run and get your phone if we watched it fall down the gutter?
First of all, if I would have seen it falling, maybe I would have gone.
That's exactly what I said. And then I was like, where was y'all when my phone fell and y'all just watching me? Like, where was y'all at? Come on. So their cameras are out. And they're like, dude, that's crazy. I'm like, oh.
World star.
And so I'm not really tripping at the time because there's so many people around and they're all filming. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, y'all are really tripping off me dropping my phone in the gutter. So in my head, like all these things are running through my mind. Like, all right, I'm gonna be stuck the entire week.
Yeah.
This is how my trip starts.
Right.
I lose my phone. That's it. And so my thing is I take pictures of people holding my mixtape up. I do all that. So that's all I'm tripping off of.
Right.
I'm like, man, that and getting a hold of my daughter. Mm-hmm. So I see a cop and I run over there. I'm like, bro, my phone just dropped in the gutter. He was no help. He was like, yo, you go talk to the fire department. They do stuff like that.
Okay.
So by the way he was sounding, I was like, I'm not really trusting uniform. Like, I'm like, all right. These uniform guys aren't going to rock with me today. Because there's thousands of people on the street. I'm sure they're getting all these crazy calls, So we go to they're literally like kitty corner to where my phone fell in the gutter. There's a firehouse.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't look like nobody's there. And so I knock on every window, every garage, everywhere. Finally, a guy comes to the door and he's all smiling. He's like, hey, what's up? And I told him straight up, I'm like, bro, excuse me. Like, I hate to do this to you, but this is real important to me. I don't know if this is as important to you as it is to me, but my phone fell in the gutter and I need help. And he just looked at me. He's like, bro, we do that. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we do that. And he was like, go over there. I'll meet you over there. I'll get some guys and
I
we'll
feel
come
like
get
this
your
has
phone out.
happened before in that same gutter. Like he was so calm, like, oh, for sure.
Well, first of all, Austin, Texas, your gutters are way too big. Because I'm not joking.
My God.
It's about the curb is about 8 inches, and maybe 6 inches is a wide open gap about 4 feet long. Like a baby can crawl down there. Like,
wait,
honestly.
that movie It or something?
Yeah.
What's it called?
That's what it looked like. When I was looking down to see if my phone was down there, it looked like
and then the little hello?
Yeah.
No.
So these guys come out. They come out of the firehouse. There's 3 of them. And to me, they're walking in slow-mo. Like my heroes are coming to my rescue. You know what I mean? One dude has like a crowbar, and the other dude has this giant wrench. It's like this huge wrench. I don't know what you turn with this giant wrench. And they're walking towards me, and I'm like, yes. Like,
you hear music playing in your head, like, oh.
And so they get over there. They open up the top of the sewer, and one of the guys was a rookie. So, of course, he had to go down there. And he went down there, and my phone was cool. Just landed on a bunch of trash. Thank the universe it didn't rain.
At least there was nothing in there.
Right. No rats.
It's probably cleaner because it's not, 6th Street here in the city.
Yeah.
I would have been like, nope, y'all can have it.
Yeah, I get weary when my phone falls on the sidewalk here in San Francisco because it might land on human poop.
Did you see the map that just came out? There's a map where all human feces has been reported all over San Francisco.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll spare you the details.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I walk around downtown San Francisco and the smell, it's horrible. I don't
she
get
and
how
I
people
literally,
do it.
oh, where'd she go? But she and I literally did a report on this.
Really?
Like literally.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Yo.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I got to read this report now.
Yeah. You remember that? Yup. It was bad. Anyways.
Yeah.
So you get your phone.
I get my phone. There were some other things that happened. Now I can't remember. I chose to block them out of my mind. But But just all the things. Oh, so I had a friend out there. That's right. Here's one story. This guy that I know out there, I met a couple years back. I called him up, let him know I was out here, and he was excited to see me. I don't know. I think he thinks I'm a celebrity out here or something like that. Because,
just roll with it.
Yeah, right. I did. When I was out there, I was like, yeah. So
everybody knows me.
When he would get me in, he knew a lot of the security guards and the owners of the club. So when he'd walk me up to the door, he was like, yeah, this is DJ Tasi. This is his entourage of people. We need them all in right away. We need to hurry up and get them into VIP. And I'm like, okay, I'm just rocking with it.
He's like, please.
And mind you, one of the days that I'm doing this, there's a DJ called named Scratch Bastard, DJ Scratch Bastard, and he does these Bastard barbecues. And at these Bastard barbecues, there are DJs that are performing and showcasing all their skills, and they're really world-class DJs. But he sells these aprons because they're called Bastard's Barbecue.
Oh, yep.
So I bought an apron, and I'm wearing it, and I'm not realizing that I'm wearing it all day, even at night into all the clubs that we went to.
Oh, my God. And none of your friends told you, bro, take off the apron.
And so when he's letting me into these clubs and these bars, I'm walking in with an apron, and I hear people like, he must be like a celebrity chef or something. And then I was like, what are they talking about? I looked down, I'm like, oh, I'm wearing the apron. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rock with it. It's cool.
Yes, I can cook and I can mix.
Right.
Okay, I can boom, boom, boom. You know how Lil B would do that thing?
Yeah.
Actually, Lil B was here this weekend.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Oh, that's
He sat
what's
right
up.
there.
Oh, dope. Bass God in the building.
Yup.
Yeah. So he, that night, after he treated me like VIP in all the clubs, he's like, yo, I'll take you back to your hotel. I'm like, all right, cool. It's me and my boy DJ GD. We're in a hotel not too far away from there. But this dude is driving 1,000,000 miles per hour. Like, and when you're so scared when you're in the passenger seat, when somebody's driving crazy.
Like, you put your hand up.
You don't want to say nothing to them because you're like, almost like you can't talk. You're in fear for your life. And I'm like, hey, bro, like I'm trying to joke with him. Like, bro, like this is crazy how fast we're going, right? And then he sees a place that he has to turn.
Oh, no.
And he doesn't know if because it's dark and he's driving so fast, he doesn't know if he should turn left or right. And he doesn't see the center embankment part, and he smacks it. But it's like his transmission is for sure ruined because his car was riding a little lumpy after he did that. But he was trying to play it off like it was nothing.
Me every day.
Yeah, and he kept telling me, he was like, bro, like I'm so balling, I'll buy another car tomorrow. And this, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I care about my life. I can't buy another life tomorrow. You know what I mean? So
I got a daughter to go home back to. I got a girl to go back to.
So it was a wild experience with that. And then leaving South by Southwest, I missed my first flight. I have to jump on multiple flights just to get home. So I went to, I did a flight to Houston, Denver, LA, and then San Francisco.
So you had to go to 4 different places essentially before you can get back home.
Yeah. And it was crazy because
and you still got to go back to the East Bay.
Yeah. And because I was
Lord.
supposed to, I live right next to the Oakland airport. So I was supposed to just go into the Oakland airport, Uber home, and I'd be cool. God. But I had, thankfully, my girlfriend was not doing anything. Yeah, she was to the rescue. And she came and got me from San Francisco. And it was like, 1 a.m., 2 a.m.?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it was late. So, but it was cool. I mean, I look at it like I stopped in Houston. I stopped in Denver. The 2 places. Actually, I've been to Denver, but I never really experienced the airport for 3 hours like that. Because I was in the airport for 3 hours.
They were not even quick layovers.
No, they weren't. Because I had to wait. Because, you have to wait as a standby flight. So if somebody doesn't show up, then you could get on.
Right.
So everybody seemed to show up for all their flights.
All
so
of
I'm
a sudden, nobody wanted to pull at you and miss their flight.
Right.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. No one's missing their flight today. So I think I watched like maybe 4 or 5 flights leave me in Denver before I actually got on one.
Wow.
Yeah.
But hey, you got a story to tell out of it. You know, about going and coming back from South by Southwest. That is a story in and of itself.
Yeah, it was dope. It was fun. Shout out to everybody, all the new friends that I made, and all the people that I know out there in Austin, Texas, and Houston. All my friends. DJ Shawnee, DJ Black, my boy Easy. They all came out and supported me and helped me, and I helped them and supported them, and it was beautiful. It was dope.
So, as we're wrapping this up, what do you recommend, like, to somebody that's just starting out and wants to create mixtapes themselves?
Do it.
Just go ahead.
My thing is content is currency. So the more stuff you put online, the more valuable you become. Not just the work that you put online, but the more people can see that you're working and you're doing stuff and you're putting projects out, the more valuable you become. So that's why I'm always putting out mixtapes. I'm always putting out mixes. I'm always doing my DJ videos, my promo videos. To me, content gets me gigs. Yeah. So the more I show people that I'm working and I'm doing stuff, the more people want to work with me.
Yeah. Do you have any upcoming gigs you want to shout out?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be at Harvest on Geary. That's a dispensary, and that's a 420 celebration and customer appreciation. So I definitely want to shout that out.
Might have to slide through.
I'll be there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's actually a silent disco event that we're doing. Oh my God,
I've always wanted to do that.
Right. So, in there, when you walk in the store, they'll give you the headphones and you'll hear me playing music. So I actually have my boy DJ Slowpoke. He's a Two Shorts DJ. He's going to be at the one on Taylor, Harvest on Taylor. I'll be at the one Harvest on Geary. So, yeah, that's
like what part of Geary? Downtown Geary or like Richmond Geary? Probably downtown, right? Okay,
probably,
yeah. That makes more sense for the population.
No, I said tomorrow. I meant Friday, April 19th. Excuse me.
Okay, cool. So, with that being said, happy 420, everybody. That's coming up, okay?
Right. You know what's funny? Last time I was here, it was 420.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, because I did Cam's show, and that's when I wrote my name there, and I had my 420 shirt on. That's how I remember.
Wow, how funny.
Right.
I'm going to throw in one more song before we wrap up this mixtape interview. Which one do you pick a song?
Let's do Lil Duty, Celebrity Chicks. This is my nephew, 12-year-old rapper out of Oakland, California. He is also on 106, and his new song is called Celebrity Chicks.
Here we go.
Big like nigga, this beat bang on.
Where you from?
West side.
Where you from?
Yeah,
Where you from?
West side. Aye. What they call you? Where you from, nigga?
DJ Tasi.
Salute the DJ.
DJ Tasi. Tasi.